Most gardens are designed for one perfect or peak moment of the year and then they disappear. But the key to a garden that looks good all year long isn't more flowers or trying to fill in those flower gaps. It's actually more structure. And structure is actually the secret to a garden that looks good all year long. So typically, like I said, what I see is that a lot of gardens peak. They have a peak season where you take all your pictures and you're like, oh my gosh, this looks amazing for 2 weeks, maybe a month if you're lucky, and then everything starts to fizzle out. The rest of the year, it can feel really empty or boring or just sort of like something's missing and you can't really put your finger on it. You might go to the garden center at that point and buy another plant or two that is blooming at that time. I teach that. I think that's a really good way to sort of add interest where you have a lot of these dull moments. But this isn't the only thing that you can do, because a lot of times gardens like this that peak and then they fizzle out, they're missing more than just blooms. They're missing structural elements. So instead of just chasing that seasonal color over and over again, let's talk about actually how you get that structure. So structure, when I'm designing a garden, is the very first thing I think about. And this can be in the form of plants, typically because I live in the north and it snows here and all of the deciduous plants will drop their leaves. Typically a structural plant for me will be an evergreen. It'll be an evergreen shrub, an evergreen tree, or something along those lines. But other structural plants can work as well. So these are things with really interesting bark texture or color. Trees can work really well, even if they drop their leaves, because they still keep that shape and that form to them. There's also other structural elements you can use, like statues, arbors, pergolas, different kinds of hardscaping materials, and those can carry you through different times of the year, not just necessarily winter, but other times of the year. But when I am designing a garden, this is the very first thing that I put into place before I think about any flowers, any flowering shrubs, anything like that. I'm building that structure and I start there. So what would this look like in my garden if absolutely nothing was blooming and everything was sort of dead around it? In focus in that season, and then what is supporting that focus in that season. And this is how you get a really interesting garden that not only looks beautiful in the spring, but also changes. And then in the summer, something else is like the focus. And then in the fall, something else is the focus and it has other supporting plants around it. So you have to start thinking about that year-round interest, thinking in layers of time and also layers of plants and depth in your garden bed. So as something leads in the garden bed, something else falls back and supports, and something else might just fall into the background completely. So for example, those evergreens that you put in, they might be the thing that keeps you going all winter long because really nothing else is blooming at that point. But they might fade into the background as your deciduous shrubs, flowering shrubs come into play in spring, or it might have bulbs coming up, and those evergreens are just sort of in the background at that point. They're not the star anymore. So you can have stars for every single season, and then supporting plants for every single season. And this is everything that I teach inside of my Design Your 4-Season Garden course, along with on this channel and on my website. So this shouldn't be a surprise to you that I'm talking about this, but a 4-season garden isn't spectacular and isn't loud all the time. It's not just shouting at you from the rooftops where everything is competing for attention at all times. It's not loud all the time, but it is interesting all the time. The interest is changing from season to season and moving your eye around and letting you utilize different parts of your space at different times of the year. So that's really what year-round interest is, and it starts with structure. If any of this is resonating with you and you're like, yeah, my garden does sort of peak in the summer, but there's nothing going on in spring, or maybe you're just like, I'm not really sure if that's happening or not, I'm going to leave a link in the description below to my 4-season garden gap audit. This is completely free. You can go through it. It's going to go through every season and it's going to kind of show you which season might be the peak, might be the star, might need some help. And it's going to go over like the common personas that I see for each season. And it'll also give you steps as to what to do next. So definitely check out that audit if any of this is resonating with you, and I'll see you over in the next video.